Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another Veve and Ecomi video. In this one, we're gonna be checking out VLC Network's response to what's been going on, the topics that I've been covering and things like that. So we're gonna be talking about that. I'm not gonna be trolling in this video. I actually am curious of what he has to say, and I am pretty pumped because we if you didn't see my last video, it's bullish things going on in the community. A lawsuit's taking place that's actually going from a Veve well that's going at a guy who has put this project through a lot, allegedly. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot that's going on, and I am excited to see how this plays out. And yeah, yeah, that being said, I do want to hear what this is about. I do want to potentially clarify some things. Like, I know people run with narratives and say whatever they want to say, which that's always going to happen. People are going to clip what they want to clip on Twitter and things like that and run with it. But as far as making sure you all understand what I'm talking about and understand where I'm coming from, because people like to spin the narrative, oh, he's going after our investment. He's trying to bring down our investment, as if I am not an investor, as if that would not damage me as well. So like the narrative that I don't like is oh, he's trying to damage our investment, as if I'm not one of our. Like, what? Makes no sense. So yeah, that being said, let's jump into it. Let's hear what's said. Yeah, let's get it. Positive vibes, man. Positive vibes. Like I told you all on Twitter, I'm still going to cover whatever needs to be covered, but it's like, I'm not going to be messing around with it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The first thing I would like to say is expressing unsatisfaction does not make you bitter, it doesn't make you a hater, and it doesn't mean you've turned on the project. Now, we've all seen what's...
That's a fact. That's a fact. I like that start. That was a very good start. I think that it's important as an investor to address the real things, especially when you have so many eyes on you, so many people who look to you, not necessarily for guidance, but look to you for your perspective and your opinions, because you're valued and they trust you. I think that it's important to be your most genuine self. This is why I have no filter. This is why you see me when I'm acting goofy, trolling, laughing, or messing around. And you see every side of me. I'm a regular person. I hate YouTube channels where it's just one thing at all times. It's just everybody's pretending to be this perfect internet robot. Like, no, I'm on YouTube to be me. This is why the channel is called Cavell Anderson, because I'm going to be me. And that's just what it is. I'm a guy investing in this project because I love it from the bottom of my heart. I saw it instantly and I knew that this was going to be the future. And that's what got me into this project. But I'm also an investor, learning what it means to be a better investor, learning what it means to really be able to make money, secure the bag, change my life, and put my family in a position to win for generations to come. And that's very, very important to me. So while most people in this community have this one track view at just Veve, for me it's bigger than that. This is a lifestyle. This is a decision of how I choose to live the rest of my life. Like, I'm going to be an investor forever. I'm going to do right with my money forever. This isn't just some get rich quick thing for me, like a lot of people here who's scared that any mention of negativity is going to damage their chances of getting rich. Like, if you get rich with that type of mindset, you'll be back broke before you realize it. And that's what I feel needs to change. This is what I feel people need to realize in this community. It's not about just like, if your investment is fragile, as a YouTuber, random YouTuber can shine light on some negative things going on that you might want to protect yourself from. If a YouTuber shines light on that and that could damage your investment, you're probably in a bad investment. I'll be honest with you, because no investment should be that fragile. So yeah, that being said, y'all, let's continue. Just wanted to make that clear. Just wanted to get that point out.
Been happening in the space, the Ecomi space recently, where it's been alleged that, some moderators and, people, some influencers have allegedly received free Veve NFTs as compensation for, what they've been doing for the Ecomi team, etc. And obviously Cavell Anderson has expressed and exposed some of this that has been going on behind the scenes, right? And himself has expressed his dissatisfaction of what's actually taking place and made a valid point. Well, where's my free Veve NFTs? Where's my compensation for all that I've been doing? And a lot of people...
Hey, I did not say that. That was funny though. I mean, listen, somebody gonna be getting some free stuff. I mean, I definitely deserve it. Like, just and this is like when I say stuff like this, people get mad at me, but this is just completely being unbiased. If anybody in this community definitely deserves it, I would be among that list. Veve Vault would be among that list. Like, you have certain people here, it's just undisputed that our impact has been massive on this community, even if people don't realize it. And I understand that everyone's not a YouTube expert, marketing expert, or anything like that. You don't know how you don't know how Logan Paul saying what he said about the Omi token, or Gary V saying what he's saying. Like, you don't know how that changes the impact when they say these things, and then there's a YouTube channel making content on it that's now onboarding people who heard about this elsewhere. Because it's one thing if they mention this and then people can't find content about it anywhere. So how do you get onboarded? But when you hear something from Logan Paul and then it's a Brit, like, it's just it goes a lot deeper than people see. People look at it like, oh no, I joined this project because of Gary Vee. I joined this project because of Logan Paul. Yet all the content that you watched to make that decision and to really know that this is legitimate and to what they mentioned was in a few clips. The true explanation came from my videos for a lot of people. So yeah, I mean, so that being said, like, it's just certain people deserve certain things, but my whole point about that was paying people under the table. Like, that in itself is questionable. Like, because that's a monthly schedule. You're no longer a volunteer if you're getting paid monthly. Like, you're getting paid monthly. Like, that's as frequent as my YouTube checks. That's as I'm getting YouTube checks consistently. You're paying them on a schedule. The second you receive compensation time and time again every single month, that's an employee. But it's not being, that's not being legally, signed on as an employee. That's gray area. That's dangerous territory. So my concerns are around them moving in this manner, and then the influencers, because they are influencers, them not disclosing that they're being paid as well. That's even more gray area. It's a lot of gray area around there, and people want to debate what influencer is. The fact of the matter is, I could be wrong, but also the people out here saying that they're not influencers could also be wrong, because that is what is decided in a courtroom. That's what the two sides are going to be arguing. And why does it even have to get there? Why take that risk? Yeah, the terms about what an influencer is could actually be they're vague, but that doesn't mean take the risk because it's vague, especially when you have this type of IP that's also going to be impacted, that could be impacted by this stuff. It's not worth the risk. And the company's way too smart for this. Way too smart.
People have mistaken these updates as him being bitter or him being quote unquote jealous by what's actually been happening, and the fact that he's updating shouldn't be done. It's harming the community, many of you say. Well, I firstly would like to start off by saying, back when I've been updating from last year, there's a few people that I remember that were updating pretty much the same time as me and have been updating Veve since that time. Cavell Anderson is actually one of those people that have been with this community from day one, and you have to give him credit because he's been exclusively updating on Veve and Ecomi, whereas people like myself, well diversified update on many projects, obviously Ecomi being one of those key gems, which is why even when a lot of these people received the Veve plaque, I wasn't the Veve team didn't reach out to me, they didn't offer me a plaque, etc.
And low key, that's why I get offended by some of the stuff that goes on, because I could easily go and get views from other communities. People don't know I specialize in this. Like, this is what I do. It's literally my career. Getting views is easy for me. Like, I had a whale had the nerve to tell me Vivi's the only reason you're getting these viewers and these people. When I started my business, the day after I started my business, I got 20 million views on a new project in a new community. Like, I literally not the first day. That took time, but the first day it was like 5 million. So I had literally outdone my Veve career in one day. And people have the nerve to not understand just who I am and what I do, just because I have been so loyal to Veve. So it's been a double-edged sword. I have shown my commitment and loyalty to this community, but because I am so loyal and diehard for this community, people think that I have to be. And I never had to be. Like, I could go anywhere else, get way more views, way more money, way more success in every single way. But I've been loyal to this community and dedicated to this community because I love this community. So that's why it's a big slap in the face when I start getting accused of crazy stuff, because it's like, bro, I don't even have to be here. Me being here is an asset to this community, whether you see it or not. if you realize what sponsors paid me, you probably wouldn't doubt it so much. Like and a lot of people would be pissed. Like it's just, yeah, it's just weird.
Which is understandable because I update on many different things on my channel, right? So let me just continue. So highlighting these kind of flaws, and we're going to get into, you know, what the actual issue is here, right? Just to make it clear for all of you watching what the actual issue is. Now, highlighting flaws, highlighting these the current model that the Veve team have when it comes to compensating moderators and influencers. By highlighting these flaws, it can hopefully lead to improvements, right? And what you guys have to understand is, you know, singling out and handpicking influencers to compensate for spreading awareness about Veve is a flawed model. It's absolutely flawed, and it leads to situations like what we have now with you know, people being feeling like, what about me? I've been updating on Veve from day one exclusively to
I want to make it clear that this is not my sentiment, by the way. Like, honestly, I've expressed more concern for Veve Vault than anything. Because like I said, like, I'm an expert at what I do. I came into this community, it wasn't a risk for me. I came in knowing I could build this community. I came in knowing I could get viewers. I could get everything. I came in knowing what I'm capable of, and this was going to be a source of income for me. Veve Vault took a risk. He never knew he would blow up and be where he was. These guys were hoping. These other influencers in the space, they were hoping. I'm genuinely an expert, so this is why I'm looking out more so for them. You got Veve Fox, you got Omi Token Burn. Like, you got all these people who are great influencers and great at what they do, and who have put in so much time to this project, and you pick and choose people in just this random way, and that makes no sense. Because you have different people who are valuable for different reasons. Like Omi Token Burn and Veve Fox, their content, they do a lot of research behind the scenes, a lot of studying, a lot of working with spreadsheets and stuff like this, putting out data, tracking down things that's super valuable for every investor in this community to know. Like that's very insane and very time consuming. And that's special for that reason. They would deserve something, in my opinion. Of course, you have like the highest viewed people in the community, me, Vault, who's brought a lot of people into this community, whether people realize it or not. People say, oh, I came from Gary Vee. I came, like, the reason that all this Gary Vee and stuff spread like it was because of my clickbait videos. And if you go back to my videos, you can see the views on them and know that it's a fact. Like, these are more views than my channel ever gets. So you can tell that I was reaching out to everyone who was searching from, because Gary Vee and because Logan Paul and stuff said that. You can see my views reached out to them. Like, my channel reached out to them, grabbed them, pulled them over, and gave them more information that led to their decision. So yeah, you can say that, no, it's because of Gary Vee, but the fact of the matter is their first stop coming into this community was here. So it's a lot of people who have been very, very impactful. Randy Chavez, amazing guy. Well, he gets rewarded a lot. Like he definitely gets rewarded a lot. But he's at every event. He's always, you know, taking an active part in this community. He's put his whole life into this project. Like, I mean, it was well deserved. And it's not to hate on anybody. Like I said, I'm not hating on nobody. I'm happy for what Randy gets. The thing is, you should not just be able to point out a few people who get special treatment all the time. Like, why do they operate like this? That does leave bad sentiment. And regardless of how you feel about certain content, like, I'm the best marketer this community has. That's a fact. I am the best marketer of this community. It's certain things that just cannot be debated. Veve Vault is the best helper this community has. Like, Veve Vault has helped so many people make so much money through his streams, teaching people tricks and all type of stuff. So regardless of his attitude, and if you like him and things like that, it's certain things that you have to acknowledge. And the fact that there's no acknowledgement coming for certain people's efforts, like, you have to acknowledge that Veve Fox and Omi Token Burn, like, you have to acknowledge their work, the effort and time that goes into what they're doing. Certain people should be acknowledged for certain things, and all of it should be appreciated. You got them showing special treatment towards what they want to show special treatment to. Like, even Vaultaholics, like, great, you're putting so much time into the vaults and things like that, But the fact of the matter is, the vaults would reach farther if I start putting them in videos, if Veve vaults start putting them in videos and things like that. That's the fact of the matter. The second I get to clickbaiting what these guys are doing, it reaches farther. So yeah, while these guys are important for what they do and what they bring to the community, it's also other factors that's important as well. And I don't think that enough love is shown to these other factors. You can't pick and choose who you love. Everyone is equally bringing something valuable to this community. And it's multiple people as a whole that really make a strong, solid community. But yeah, anyway.
For Veve and Ecomi, where's my compensation? Where's my free Veve NFTs? Why wasn't I contacted, right?
And this is why I speak on this. I speak on this because it's more, I don't have to care about this stuff because I can get it anyway because I am good at what I do. But it's a lot of people who took on a lot more risk than me jumping into this YouTube game, jumping into this content creation game. For me, that was no risk for me. The YouTube side of this, never a risk for me. But for a lot of people who jumped in, I can't imagine jumping into this, being uncertain, putting in all this work just to not be acknowledged by Veve. Me, I don't need the acknowledgement. I've been popular for the last decade. Honestly, decade. Like I've been popular for the last decade. This is honestly the smallest channel I've had in the last decade. It really is. So yeah.
This is what that model does, right? When you're cherry picking, hand picking people to allegedly give this compensation package to, it does lead to the situation that we have at the moment, right? And by highlighting this, we can hopefully change the scenario, right? So this is what I believe should happen, right? There should be an application process in which people sign up and are compensated based on their merits. Now, of course, there'll be different tiers. In my format, there'll be influencers. Then there will be, even people like you guys that are watching this and are just stakeholders in the project. And
I think the reason that Veve doesn't do something like this is because if you did that, the people that they don't really mess with like that would just dominate every category. Like, what are you going to go by? Views? If you go by views, I win by a landslide, and Veve Vault also wins. Who else is close? I mean, Randy Chavez is out here. He puts in work as well. But, I mean, it's like you got the two people leading that charge is, then what you going to go by? You're going to go by views. You're going to go by, like, any subscribers. Still, me and Veve Vault at the top of that as well. So the favorites, the favorites and the people who get the love and special treatment and stuff like that, like they can't go in any official manner that makes sense because the people that they don't really mess with as much are the ones who do the most. And that's the thing that's just weird. Like, I feel like it should just be a system put in place to where it's just fair. It's just fair. It's not even that I want anything, but the way that they're doing it back, like if I wasn't who I am and I was 100% dependent on this project, I put my all into it and it's all that I got, like a Veve Vault, you know how pissed I would be too? Like, I can troll, I can have fun because I don't have to care. Like, this is really, and then I've gotten even better. I've been able to meet great people, make great connections, and learn even more about getting to where I want to be in life. But it's like everything that I've gotten out of this project, I've had to go and get it myself, while people out here who's done less is getting just freebies back to back to back to back. It's like, listen, like I said, if I was more so in Veve Vault's side of things, I would be a hell of a lot more pissed about that. Me having an ego that I have, that's why I don't care. It's like, I'm me. I don't need you to do nothing for me. It's not like you can stop me from being the highest viewed. It's not like you can't do anything. Like, you can't do anything to stop me because I'm the best marketer that you have. So no matter who you promote, they came, like when I was really blowing up, they were promoting every YouTuber. They were promoting them, constantly retweeting their videos and stuff like that. Nothing could overtake me because I'm me. This is why I have the ego that I have too, because there was a point in time where they were really trying to drive other influencers to be at the top of the community. And that's the type of stuff that they did. They're like, no, we don't want him to be the face. more so than ever taking the time to talk to me and say, yo, you know, like, no, we don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this look. We don't appreciate it. And yeah, maybe I know that I can do certain things better. I could behave in certain ways and different ways and stuff like that. I'm not going to. I'm going to be me. And I won't tone it down because you haven't even been man enough to come and talk to me and let me know. Like, if you let me know, I would behave a little bit differently and maybe do different things and make different decisions out of respect. But you don't even respect me enough to speak to me. You just try to low key take me down. It's like, at that point, I gotta show you, like, yeah, I love you, I respect you, but you still can't fuck with me. That's what it is. Like, I give you all due respect for what you have done. You're an expert and excellent at what you're doing, but I'm an expert too, and I'm excellent at what I do too. You can team up with every YouTuber around here. You can do this, you can do that. It doesn't matter. And even through all of this, I've stayed positive. I've stayed positive, stayed bullish, stayed on board. But I could really be a lot more pissed like Veve Vault. It's just, for me, it's not, like I said, I have other things. I have a lot of other things, you know? So, yeah. It's just not fair the way that they operate. It's not fair. And certain people don't have a voice. Certain people aren't as well off as me, you know? So,
just buy Veve NFTs. Well, guess what? You should be compensated too. And this could be an affiliate, comp package where you receive discounts for inviting a friend, or you may, who knows, may get exclusive access to certain drops based on the amount of people that you refer to the ecosystem, right? So it shouldn't.
That's what I hate. They want everything to keep coming free, and I think that this is a slap in the face of this community. Like, if you got a big family, let's say you done brought 15, 20 people on that's just in your family. You don't deserve to be rewarded for that? It's like they don't want to give rewards. They don't want to, give referral because they don't have to. They want to use the power of the brands, and they don't want to spend money on the shit that matters, man. Like, why are you so cheap? Why are you acting so broke right now? This community loves you. They flying out to events. They're doing all of this for you. And you still like, come on now. Obviously, with referral links and things like this, it's certain people that's going to win by a landslide. Somebody who brings in hundreds of thousands of views a month for this project, obviously, I'll probably be at the top of that. But Veve Vault will probably be at the top of that. But even still, like, it's other people who are putting in work, who's bringing in people and stuff. Like, everybody can win from that. And then Veve still wins as well. But they don't even put this type of stuff in place. It's like, and then they like the situations where they get to paying people under the table and things like that. It's like, and then we found out that you're in this weird situation. This weird thing is going on. Like, that's the thing. That's the thing. Why is this weirdness going on behind the scenes? Like put them on the payroll. Like, you shouldn't be doing, like, it shouldn't be going about it this way. It's like,
just be, this group gets compensation, that group gets compensation, because here's the truth, right? Here's the reality. Without people like myself, without people like Cavell Anderson, without many of you guys, there's names I've obviously left out, but people that I've seen from the start, without these guys, let's be honest, would there be channels to moderate? Would there be an ecosystem as strong as it is without?
I was one of the first people that started promoting the Veve Discord. People forget about that. People forget about I was one of the first people sending views to all these other channels. Like, that's the thing. People switched on me after the community blew up. I've been reacting. I've been sending my viewers and sending my attention everywhere across this whole community. But now it's been so long, people forgot that I've been doing this from the start. So now when I do it, because other people are popular too, they're like, oh, he doesn't make his own content. He this, he that. Like, I've been doing the same thing from the beginning, bro. I've been doing the same thing from the beginning. I've been consistent. So why do you switch on me now that other people are now starting to get a little bit of notoriety in the community? It's like the community is not fair either. It's like Veve isn't fair. The community is not fair. It's a lot of stuff that's bothersome. It's a lot of stuff that's bothersome, to be truthful. And I mean, maybe this is more of a heart-to-heart type video, really just letting out some stuff that is unfair, because I don't mention this stuff. I don't talk about this stuff because it's not like it bothers me. And that's the thing. I feel like I don't talk about it because it doesn't bother me, but I feel like I need to, because I'm not the only one that's negatively impacted by the sentiment of this community. And I can't imagine not being me. because it has to hit Veve Vault harder. It has to hit some of these other guys who don't get the credit, who get attacked by the community for certain. It has to hit them harder. I'm in a position where I cannot give a shit and do what I want, but these guys are not. So I should speak out about this stuff more for them. At the end of the day, y'all know me. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me, and I'm good at what I do. But everybody else may not be that lucky. So maybe I should speak more about it. But it's like I don't. Yeah.
About these influencers. So why should the moderators be compensated, and and other influencers cherry picked, and not these influencers that have been spreading awareness about the project and
by the way, I think every moderator should be paid. I think every moderator should be paid. I just like them under contract and an employee, because sending them monthly payments when they're volunteers, that's gray area at best. Just pay them, put them on the payroll. I don't care that they're employed by Veve. Basically, they're getting monthly checks from Veve. They're employed. They're getting monthly gifts from Veve. They're employed. I don't care that they are. Do it on the up and up, and stop making the community pay them. Because you sit here and give them a partner statue, and then somebody buys this from them. They just got paid by the community. You didn't even have to pay them. It's like, why are you being so cheap? Why are you making the community pay these people? They get something handed to them for free and then sell it to this community. So you make the community pay them. That's crazy. It's like, it doesn't make sense. That on one hand, you all are so great with the community. You do so much with the community and for the community. But on the other hand, it's like you show a lot of disrespect to the same community. Like putting the responsibility to pay your moderators off on the community. And that's how I look at it. That like, and it's just one perspective. I get it. Like I get that that's a negative point of view to look at it as well. But at the same way, when you combine that with all the other stuff, the picking and choosing stuff going on, it doesn't paint a good picture. It doesn't look good.
Boosting morale even during these dark and turbulent times. So it should be a process that is that everybody should get their fair share of that compensation package, or just scrap it all together, right? But the cherry picking, hand selecting people, it obviously just doesn't work out. And as I said before, many of the people that are receiving these under the table incentives, although the Veve team may have disclosed this, who knows? But the point is, the people that are receiving this compensation should disclose this to their audience to be fully transparent and let everybody know, at the end of the day, I'm incentivized to update. Many of us, there is no real incentive to update on Veve. I do it because I believe this is a project that makes sense.
And by the way, a lot of people, a lot of the influencers in this community don't make much from YouTube. Like, I really do this, so you would be shocked how much I make, but I know for a fact a lot of people aren't making much from YouTube and things like that. So even the people out here getting views, even the people that you know and they're popular and things like that, they don't make much. They don't make much because they still all get less views than me. And I know what I make. I don't, it's not like I'm making crazy. I make money from things that I do outside of the YouTube channel by itself, But just from YouTube, I'm pretty sure I'm the highest paid by far, even through ad revenue. But I know what it would be if I didn't know what I was doing. So it's like these guys are probably making less than $500, and most of them definitely less than $1,000. And that's a month. Like, that's not good for what these guys are doing, man. They put in a lot of effort, have a lot of influence, and have done a lot to help build this community. This is not fair.
For the long term, and for me personally, who cares, right? We're gonna make more money on Omi Veve NFTs themselves than any compensation.
That's my mindset too. That's my mindset. That's my mindset as well. He has the same mindset as me, but I shouldn't have to rationalize things that way. Like, to have to rationalize it that way in the first place, it's wrong. Shouldn't have to do that. No one should have to rationalize in that way. It should just be fair. It should just be fair. Love everybody equally. Support everybody equally. Somebody's going around acting toxic, understand it's because they're probably upset. outside of me. Like I said, so don't include me in this. I am an asshole. Like I just enjoy. I have fun by, like. But VV Vault, I'm pretty sure if he was shown more love, he would not be this way. Pretty sure he probably wouldn't. I mean, maybe he would, but yeah. And me, I don't do anything too toxic. Like I'm not sitting here going around being toxic about, oh, I need this, I deserve this. Like that's not me. Like me, basically, my arguments is always because I say something people disagree with, and they don't say anything logical as to why they disagree with it. Like, oh, this is an influencer. That's not an influencer. That's what the arguments be about. And then I get labeled as toxic because I sit here and keep proving that I keep proving my point. People get tighter and tighter, like, oh no, I still agree with this other person. That's what it is with me. I'm not one of the ones running around upset about nothing, I argue.
Ever happen. But with that being said, imagine if you receive a Todd or you receive an ultra rare Spider-Man. Well, then you're looking at some serious ROI, right? So I believe all of us should receive access to that, including you as a viewer, because you ultimately are the foundation of this project. But I hope that makes it clear to a lot of you guys that in fact highlighting and exposing these kind of situations and expressing one's unsatisfaction should not be deemed as bitter or being a hater or destroying the project, but in fact improves the overall ecosystem, improves the overall model moving forward.
Exactly. It's like how do you get other YouTubers to want to take the time to be YouTubers? If you know that these guys are making less than $1,000 or these guys are making less than $500, and you know that you got somebody like me who can get 4 million views plus, maybe on the way to 5 million at this point, probably a lot close to 5 million at this point. You got somebody like me who can do all this. You got somebody like Veve who can do all he does, and we get no benefits. Like, why would you want to jump in? Why would you want to, you could be scaring off future influencers. Like Mark, my bad if I mispronounce your name, Hein, or however you pronounce it, who makes amazing content. If there was a little bit more incentive to make content, he would probably make a lot more videos, and he has crazy quality videos, really, really good quality videos. You would probably see the influencers who are super positive and stuff, like Foster. Foster would probably make more content if it was more beneficial to him to make more content. Like, you would see people making more content because it's more beneficial, because they can actually be paid from it. And that would increase the sentiment a lot. That would increase the sentiment in this community a lot, but they don't think like this because they're not marketers. They don't understand how this is all very, very important to maintain a healthy community and a healthy ecosystem. The fact of the matter is they suck at building communities. They've lucked up in everything that they do. They have us to hype it up, push people there, so it's a success because of the influencers. We have built up this project, and people don't realize it. People don't realize it, and they don't know what they're doing. Like, they need to talk to people who know how to build communities. But anyway,
and I'm calling the VV team and anybody that has influence to make change in the organization itself, maybe push this up the agenda on how we actually compensate people going forward, right?
For sure. But yeah, we're gonna end the video here. I don't want it to be too long. Like, it's already a pretty long video, so yeah. I mean, actually, it's just a minute left. Let's hear them out.
We should have a simple process. You apply, you become an influencer, or an affiliate, and you'll be compensated via this model. It shouldn't be in the shadows, etc. But anyway, guys, that's it for now. Just had to express that. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you
yeah, make sure y'all go support him. Subscribe to his channel. I'll leave a video linked as always in the description. But yeah, man, this was a great video. I like this take, and it's definitely fair. It's definitely a fair take. It's a nicer way of putting what I've pointed out and tried to get across. But yeah, it's like, people got to understand. I talk the way that I talk. So if you can't receive something from me because of the way that I talk, you got to get used to hearing it. Because I'm not going to be like the average people that you hear every day who you got to be careful how you say stuff because you're scared of getting canceled. You're scared you're gonna get in trouble with somebody. I'm me. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. So yeah, like, you got to just learn how to accept somebody who can just be honest and talk to you how it is and not sugarcoat. like because there is some of us out here still. So yeah. That being said, yo, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, fam.